Back at the place where the pace doesn't race, that's the old UP. Well, I'm so glad I'm living in the old UP.
Hi, this is Jim Islip with MSU Extension, and this is What's Up at UPREC on June 17th, 2020. This roughly 1 acre field at the North Farm at UPREC is not currently in a research or production project, so Allison has planted cover crops, and I've asked her to describe that for us today.
Hi, my name is Allison Starawa, and I'm the Vegetable Crops Manager here at the MSU North Farm in Chatham, Michigan, part of the Upper Peninsula Research and Extension Center. And we're standing in a field of a couple different types of cover crop. Over to my left, we've got a nice field of buckwheat that we planted early this spring, kind of after our frost date was over. And then to my right, we have a mixture of barley and field peas. We use cover crops here at the North Farm for a variety of different reasons. One of them being providing ground cover and weed competition in the spring before we plant our fall crops, which is what these fields are going to be planted in. We also use cover crops for nutrient retention, to prevent erosion, to provide a source of organic matter. In the past, we've used composted dairy manure, beef cattle manure, as a source of organic matter and fertility. And because of that, we have fairly high phosphorus levels in our soil. So to avoid adding any more phosphorus, but still adding organic matter and other macronutrients into the soil, we have started using organic cover crops to do so. These buckwheat establishes fairly quickly, and so it can act as a good cover crop for weed exclusion early in the spring. We'll plant our fall storage crops into that after we terminate it, before it starts to flower, which at this point it has started flowering. So before it sets seed, we will terminate the crop and incorporate it into the soil, where it'll break down and add more organic matter to the soil for our fall carrots and storage crops.
Allison uses the online Midwest Cover Crops Selector tool for vegetable crops to identify suitable cover crops for the Chatham area. This useful tool allows for selection of cover crops by state and county, cash crop planned, including anticipated planting and harvest dates, soil drainage class, potential for field flooding, and farmer goals for the cover crop. 3 goals may be prioritized and included in the selection process. Goals can include weed suppression, nitrogen source, soil erosion control, forage value, and several others. The program automatically lists suitable cover crops by categories, including non-legumes, brassicas, legumes, and mixes. The light blue shaded area indicates the time the primary crop will be in the field. Green indicates a good time for cover crop establishment. Yellow is a risky time, and red is a time suitable for cover crop frost seeding. If no color is present, then the cover crop should not be planted at that time. In addition to the Selector tools, this website contains lots of good information on cover crop species, planting, management, termination, and more. The tool can be found easily by Googling Midwest Cover Crop Selector Tool. A cover crop selection tool for row crop systems is also available at the same site.
Well, that's What's Up at UPREC on June 17th, 2020. Hope to see you again next time.
I'm so glad I'm living in the old UP. Anything you want, we got it right here in the